Hello everyone. I thought it would be fun today to just give a little snapshot of my home studio. I'm constantly moving this setup to all different corners of the room. It's a part of just the process of refreshing energy. And it's also an ongoing process of simplifying and refining and creating an environment that feels restful and enjoyable. I get a lot of questions about my sound and my video. And that's two things that I have worked really hard to kind of figure out. So I want to demonstrate this to you all. First, this is right here, my mixer interface. This plugs into the computer through a USB. Right. And that basically allows me to connect multiple channels. In a moment, I'll talk about my musical recording work, but I can basically hook up several mics to this mixer interface. So I have the shotgun mic right here. And shotgun mic is a really great mic for unidirectional pickup. It's further from where I'm sitting, but it picks it up really well. And it's definitely an ongoing learning, an art, a balance of appropriate volume and appropriate gain, which are all the levels that I can control on my mixer interface. So that's the sound that I use in most of my videos and classes. Now, the camera, this is actually a Cannon DSLR camera, but it's also a webcam. You can see that USB connection. Around the time that COVID began, Canon developed a software to make their DSLR cameras easily available as a webcam. So you can use this in Zoom, you can use this pretty much in any interface. And it's not a high quality camera. I think it costs no more than a few $100s, but its quality is far greater than even high-end webcams. And it just requires that I hook it up to the computer with USB and that I download the software. Now, something meaningful to note, the battery that you get from these DSLR cameras, they actually need to be charged, right? But I actually got online a rechargeable battery that you can keep plugged in all the time. So you take out the standard battery and you put in this compatible battery and you just keep it plugged in. So I never have to charge this camera. It's always plugged in and it can always work whenever I turn it on. So this is the basic setup. And I was gifted this nice little light. It's bigger than I want. It's kind of clumsy, but it creates adequate lighting for all of my work. And this is also a beautiful painting that Michelle created. 50 Principles of Miracles. It's not all 50 of them. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. All miracles mean life, and God is the giver of life. Let's pick another random one. Miracles should inspire gratitude, not awe. You should thank God for what you really are. The children of God are holy, and the miracle honors their holiness, which can be hidden but never lost. I love that. So some good art and reminders around here. Let me talk about my musical recording work. That's something I'm very excited about. It's an ongoing, blossoming passion in my life. I'm currently working on a song right now. It's a reinterpretation of an Ella Fitzgerald song. It's actually, she covered it as well. You'll hear it soon. Here's one of my mics, my headphones. So this all plugs into my mixer interface. Basically, channel 1 is my shotgun mic and channel 2 is my, I think this is a condenser mic. I think that's the right word for it, that I use for actual audio recording work. And this is cool. You could do all kinds of things with reverb and all different kinds of settings. I also have my speaker set up. So when I'm recording, it's good to play back the music on speaker so you can kind of hear the quality of the sound really well. I had this little stand over here. Actually got this in Israel. Oh man, a long time ago, like when I was in high school. This is commonly used for studying Talmud. You'll put, one of the books, like a Gemara, Talmud, on this stand. And just good for sitting in the base midrash in the place of study and studying your texts. So I would have one of those, and this is just a Hebrew prayer. It's potech et yedacha umaspia l'chol chai ratzon. It's open up your hands and wonder at be in awe at the wonder of all of life. Umaspia l'chol chai ratzon. Maspia is like wonder of the will of life in all things, something like that. And that's Ari Moshe, that's my name at the bottom. So I use that to elevate the screen close to the webcam so that I'm looking at the camera, but the content of the screen is pretty close by. And this thing right here is actually a really good device. I actually recommend this in general for good computer care. It creates a lot of air circulation, so if your computer is getting hot, it won't overheat. It's just a good way of protecting the computer. So that's a little snapshot. All of these things are actually pretty accessible. They're all just connected through USBs. For me to run this, I only need 2 USB ports in my computer. One for the webcam and one for the mixer interface. And here I am sitting at my desk using all of this equipment. So I want to show you how it works. I'm using this camera, and we can really work with the focus. Right now it's focused on me and it blurs the background. You can just play with that easily, right? You can set it into autofocus mode or manual focus right now. I have it set sort of standard, and I can just manually change it as I want to. And you can actually change the zoom. I can get in closer. So it's really fun to work with. You can also play with the coloring. This is something I have a lot more to learn about. They're all different kinds of settings that if you have the interest and the time and the energy, you can really get the coloring just right. There are all these different scales to work with. So that's that. Now let's just contrast that with what's nice with Zoom. You can easily switch between cameras. So this is my Canon camera. And now this is my regular computer camera. You can see that the focus on the camera is wider right now. And let's go back to Canon. Let's make the focus just as wide. There you go. This is maximum focus. I can tilt the computer down a little bit so it's a little more centered. Yeah, that's nice. That's actually, I haven't done that in a while. Probably because there's maybe sometimes too much stuff in the room. So it feels easier to just kind of narrow in the focus. But I like the aesthetics of that. I would obviously want to bring this mic further back so it's not in the screen as much. And let's contrast between the sounds. We have the sound that I'm using right now, this mic, and I can go to the computer mic. And you can see it sounds a lot different. I really like the sound of the shotgun mic. It's really crisp. Let's switch back. Okay, so hope that was helpful for some of us who are interested in this, and I'll be sure to put in the description some of the software and equipment that I use for those who want to learn more about it.